All right, so in this video, I'm gonna try to show you how to install a QD attachment onto a 70132. This is the European style collapsible stock. I've already removed the butt pad. The butt pad is I just use a Phillips head screwdriver and remove, they have these wood screws, I hate them, to remove from the butt pad, to pull it off of this plastic stock. And we are going to put basically what is part number, Benelli part number 80199. It is a QD with a cup, and the important thing is this cup. And you almost never see these available. And we have them at Freedom Fighter from time to time, and this is what is necessary to install a QD on here. What is also necessary is drilling through the round portion. Now, if you look inside here, there's about a 1/4 inch between the two halves. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an end mill to pass through one side. I think I'll do the right side. I'm going to pass through, and I'm going to try not to even touch the left side. And then I'm going to install the QD cup that Benelli makes for this gun, for this stock. And it has a, and I forget the size of the hex wrench, but it has a feature inside it that allows a wrench to turn it so that the threading can create, because there's no threading in this plastic. So this hard plastic, we're going to be creating threading when we dial this in. So we're going to see how this goes. I've never done this before. I've talked to Benelli about how to do it. And this is the instructions they've given me. Where I film, I don't have a dedicated vise. So I have this table vise. And so I'm going to quickly and easily just put this stock in there as far as it will go. Make that nice and tight. Okay, so that's in there. That's nice and solid. That's not going anywhere. And I am going to take my end mill. Now you need an 11 millimeter drill, and I actually bought a bit with it's got the rounded top. I don't know exactly what this one would be called, just a standard drill bit, but it's 11 millimeters, and a standard home drill is not going to be able to accept this bit. So I actually had to go and buy a bigger drill to handle it. But when I was talking to Benelli, I told him I didn't want to pass through both halves of the plastic. I just wanted it on one side. And he said, well, you can do that with the end mill, and it should be good. Now, he says this hole has to be pretty precise, because if you screw it up, you screw it up. So we're going to try that out. And I said I was going to try that out on the right side. So let me turn that around, and we're just going to, gosh, this table just fits almost. I just barely have to lift it. But I'm going to go slow at first and see what happens here. Okay, so a little bit aggravating. The camera decided to shut off at 30 minutes for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe there's a setting in the camera that recordings end after 30 minutes. The end mill, I did take it about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. I mean, I was sweating just holding it there under those lamps. I was recording the entire time. I was gonna edit it all out for the most part, but keep key moments there for you. And so that didn't happen the way I would have liked it to. So I used the end mill up until about 30 minutes. I got a little bit worn out with the end mill. It was taking way too long, I thought, because I was at 30, 35 minutes at least, and I'm still not through that first plastic chunk that I showed you earlier in the video. So I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive, and I'm gonna go with the 11 millimeter drill bit. Now, I put this thing in there, and once I put this thing in there, that hole was drilled out in about 10 seconds through a few hits of the trigger on the drill. Now, what I didn't like about the standard drill bit, 11 millimeters as opposed to the end mill allowed me to control the drill, and it allowed me to kind of err on the side of caution and work the hole Although it was slow, it allowed me to work the hole with complete control over the drill so that I didn't ruin the hole, the walls around the hole, and make them too wide. I wasn't wobbling around, and I was staying dead straight going into the hole, because you need the walls to be right in order to thread that part in there, and for that part to stand a chance in creating threads in the plastic. The plastic has to be as even as possible. It has to be a clean drill. So I like the end mill, but I did get frustrated, and this was very aggressive. It's hard to control because you're even as deep as I had that hole, barely any of the tip was in there. And I don't know, maybe there's a shorter drill, but I just feel this is the one that I ordered on Amazon. It's really long, but I just feel like maybe a shorter one would be easier to control. But this got me through to the end. It was very aggressive. That plastic just curled and came right out. And once I changed from the end mill, and I was probably pretty close to the end of the drilling with the end mill, but once I took that out and put the drill bit in there, I mean, it was like 10 seconds worth of drilling, and I had a clean hole. I did not enter the other side of the plastic at all. And then I took my the Allen wrench and I put it inside that cup, and within 2 minutes, it was in place, ready to go. It was a little wobbly, trying to keep it steady, and that's another thing. When you're putting it in there, you want to keep it steady because you're creating threads. But this is rock solid. It sticks out, I don't know, probably not even a little more than 1/4 of an inch, maybe close to a 1/2 inch. I don't know, I didn't measure it, but it's rock solid. Like, I could probably hang, this from a hook and maybe even hang on it, and it might hold most of my weight. This isn't going anywhere. It is rock solid. So, I mean, that's it. Once you drill the hole, I mean, you're talking a minute or two and you're done with the job. But you have to have part number 80199, which is the cup and the QD attachment. And that's going to do the job. So all you guys out there with 70132 European stocks who want a nice looking QD cup on your stock, that's what it takes. That's it. I mean, it's going to be, the end mill route, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and it's going to be very deliberate and clean, and you will get frustrated with the time involved, but you will get the job done. I didn't start with the regular drill. I wouldn't recommend it. I bet with the regular drill, you're probably done in about 2 minutes, if even that. And that's even installing the QD attachment as well. But there's a lot less control here. I think there's a chance to hurt your stock and make it so you can't use it. So I would go the end mill route, and then if you need to use the 11 mil, the drill bit, go that route. But you could probably do the entire job with just the end mill, and you're done. And then you still have a nice clean enclosure on the other side. You didn't bust through the other side. Looking at what I saw, and I'm not going to do it, but if you had two 80199s, I do think you could put the cup on both sides, and have a cup on both sides so that you can switch it if you wanted to. I don't know how that would look. I think some guys would like to have that feature and that option, but just something to think about. I was going to do a second video where all I did was a standard drill and see how quick that went, but I'm not even going to do it. I would not use a standard drill bit to do this entire job. I would use the end mill and just have patience and do it nice, clean, make sure it's done right, make sure it's safe, make sure I don't hurt the stock, make sure I don't hurt myself, and I've got a functioning stock with the QD on there the way I want. So hope this video helps you guys. Leave a comment down below, leave your thoughts, your questions. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified of future videos, and of course you can call me at the number on the video anytime. It's also the number on the website. Take care and be safe.